If you look at Joe Burrow, I know he's in his second year, but if he wins the Super Bowl, he's on the path to the Hall of Fame as well.
Dan Patrick on this show Monday, and then when I appeared there on Tuesday, and I'm sure, knowing Dan and his lead pipe wielding professional broadcasting acumen, I'm sure he's saying it every day on his show. If Burrow wins it, he's halfway to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because 2 is usually what gets you in. And I don't know if Brady is now going. I don't know if Brady's now going to change that equation, where it used to be 2 gets you in because that was halfway to Bradshaw and Montana.
2 gets you in.
But if you look at the other two guys,
2 gets you a quarter of the way to the one guy that's just
2 gets you
sort of
in.
retired.
Yeah, but Ben and Eli are in.
Yeah,
are going to be in.
Right.
And so that's kind of the market. The only quarterback without 2 is not in is Jim Plunkett. So that's
which is absurd. That's just crazy.
So you're not guaranteed, then, is what we're saying, right?
That's correct. You're not guaranteed. Mm-hmm. But Burrow being halfway there
in his second year.
Please hear me when I say this about Burrow. Please hear me when I say it. I don't know how many people are saying this. Burrow wins it, the comparisons to Brady are going to be off the charts. Off the charts.
I don't know who it was that said it, but clearly, if you just look at the second year that they're playing football, Joe Burrow is so much better than Tom Brady.
Well, and Brady didn't come off of a knee injury. He just came off of a year where Bledsoe was the man, right? And he needed an injury to Bledsoe to get his opportunity.
Right.
And then if you see the Tuck Rule documentary, he needed, an interpretation of a rule that was properly interpreted. I thought it was a proper interpretation of a rule that was friggin' terrible.
But even Brady says in the doc, if that call stands as a fumble and they lose that game, he doesn't know if he's the starter
in the next year.
In 2002.
I know. There's so many different things that Brady needed to have break right for him, and then clearly those breaks he made the greatest chicken salad of all time.
And the Chiefs are the Raiders for Brady, for Burrow, because he beat that team.
Well, I guess,
right?
But it wasn't born out of controversy about a rule or anything like that.
I get that.
What I'm saying though is the comparisons though. I think we're a little bit off I just want to get it to a finer point about what I'm saying about him being compared to Brady. 1 in his second year, right? Brady did it too. And, Burrow was a self-made man in college, although he did have to go somewhere else. Brady had to battle Drew Henson's local stardom and split time with him. But when the chips came down, Lloyd Carr turned to Brady in bowl games and in fourth quarters, and it was the end of that. But the comparison that I'm making here that I think is going to be through the roof if Burrow wins, is we will always be spending the rest of our days in this league with a kid winning this soon, this early, and looking so cool and having all the intangibles going his way. I know it's rarity. But we saw it with Mahomes, and now we're seeing it again with Burrow, potentially. Potentially. Again, we can't get ahead of ourselves here because, as we all know, Aaron Donald can turn this carriage into a pumpkin pretty damn fast on Sunday night. That we are going to be spending the rest of our days to see who's starting fast enough with the proper intangibles in place and the ability to win football games with a team around him. Who's got the ability to one day catch Brady? Will we ever see it? Will we ever see it again? 7 rings, 10 appearances. Who's going to be able to catch that? Got to start fast, as you know. You got to also end strong. Play a long time and win a lot after turning 37. Brady won 4 of his 7 after turning 37. So even if Burrow does this and starts winning enough, 3 in the first 4 years, could you imagine the Bengals do that? But let's just say he matches Brady for that. Then that's what we're going to be talking about. Is he the next Brady? Is he doing that? But then he's got to win late, play a long time and win late. Because Brady did it 3 and 4 in his first early years and then 4 after 37.
And it's also the play the long time, like you said.
That's right.
It's 20 years
Correct.
of sustained excellence.
Yeah, and then in your final game, throw one over the best cornerback in the league to lead a comeback down 27-3.
Well, and your final season,
lead
the league in yards, attempts, completions, touchdowns.
It's just, but we're always going to
maybe be the MVP.
Bro, we're always going to be in search for the next one. Yeah. Always.
I have a feeling that,
and it starts with Sunday if he wins. Yep. That's my 2 cents on that.
Talk shows back in 1983, whoever they were, whoever was on top. I have a feeling we're having a pretty similar discussion about a guy, curly-haired kid in Miami wearing 13 going to
I know too, man.
Super Bowl.
No, I know.
I know.
I know. Like Joe Burrow better look around and soak it in.
Exactly, enjoy it.
That's what Marino would tell you.
Obviously, I don't remember that well, but I'm sure, knowing how great Dan Marino was, they're probably like, this is the first of many trips. And he never
hooked up to the winningest coach of all time.
Yeah, and then it never happened again. So I hope everyone's enjoying it, man, because you just don't know.
I know. Good point.
I don't want to be like the Debbie Downer.
I mean,
downer.
Come on,
we're
having so much fun.
You're not
hyping Burrow up.
You're not the downer like that. What you are is you're, an Eastern time zone guy who brings that perspective from the Pittsburgh area where Dan Marino hails from. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.